Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the High Moving Podcast, and James Harden was a no-show today for the 76ers media, for pictures and talking. This is the time where players, talk with the press, and also they do their photo shoots and everything to get all their marketing and media material ready for the upcoming season. And we got pouty baby James Harden, right? I mean, this is classic James Harden not showing up, because he didn't get traded, right? He didn't get what he wanted. So now the entire front office is nervous about James Harden. James Harden doesn't want to show the media because he don't want to talk about the fiasco with Daryl Morey and, all the comments and inflammatory comments he made in China. You know what I'm saying? Now, be a man right now. Talk about it. You made such a big fuss. The 76ers didn't budge. All right, so show your fat behind up to camp. This is like fat camp for you, right? I don't think James Harden's working out. You saw what he did in Houston. I don't expect anything to be any different. He has a responsibility. They didn't trade you. Okay. Be a pro. No. Man, at this point, James Harden is making it hard to be traded, right? He's making it hard on himself. The Sixers have nothing to sell when trying to trade James Harden. At this point, you just got to get whatever you can and just move on. Look, whatever backdoor deal, whatever was not promised or promised, this is just business, man. Promises get broken all the time. Okay, if you're one of those people who gets so caught up when someone's not able to deliver on a promise, especially if it's from someone who's made promises to you in the past and they have delivered, and down the road they made one promise and they just weren't able to just because there's so many other factors where it's like, yo, this is really out of my control. I know I made a promise to you, but I can't. And who knows? Maybe Daryl Morey had that conversation and James Harden is still pissed. Listen, Daryl Morey looked out for him in Houston, yada, yada, yada. We know how he was taken care of. He was taken care of in Brooklyn. You want to get out of there. Okay. When the 76ers still present a good opportunity for you guys to win a championship. Yes, it'll be hard. Yes, it'll be difficult. But you guys have a decent nucleus. Tyrese Maxey should be coming up. You know what I'm saying? I expect Tyrese Maxey to have a big season this year. I also expect a lot out of Nick Nurse. Maybe just a different voice in the locker room. Hopefully Embiid can stay healthy. Embiid is still one of the top 3 dudes in the NBA and one of the top 3 big men in the NBA. There's a great opportunity for James Harden to have a successful season. Make this come to camp, show up, come in shape, say all the right things, whether you don't mean it or not. You know what I'm saying? Put your best foot forward. At the end of the day, your game is on tape. I know you're going to be 34 years old, but still, show something. This coming season, show what you got. Nah, he doesn't want to do that. Now, to be fair, I'm reading on NBC Sports that, training camp they're holding, the Sixers are holding the training camp at Colorado State for a few days. I don't know why they're all the way out there. But yeah, so maybe James Harden might show up there to the camp, but for first media day, like, James Harden is already being a prima donna, right? And now, like, going forward, like, we're not gonna look at James Harden for the great things he's done in Houston and being an MVP, right? We're gonna look at this dude for being the ultimate crybaby when he doesn't get his way. James Harden has made a lot of money in the NBA. Okay. And James Harden, we know the type of lifestyle he likes to live outside the arena. And it seems like that's really he's only interested in, He's a dude who, wants to get the bag. And listen, I don't knock it. In the NBA, you got to get this money. I understand that, but for a guy like James Harden whose talents at one point was exceptional and obviously above average, to win an MVP, you were looked at as one of those dudes. There was a time where people were having the conversation, is James Harden the greatest scorer in NBA history, period? People were saying, is he a better scorer than Jordan? Is he a better scorer than, all these top guys that's played this game? he was in that combo. You know, he had a chance to win the Rockets in 2018. You know, and then he had a chance to run it back in 2019. Couldn't get anything done. You know, massive playoff flameouts. Like, we're starting to look at James Harden's career, and we're really about to parse this thing up, man. So maybe James Harden will show up. You know, who knows? Maybe there's wagers out there. Take the over under on the expectation of James Harden showing up to this training camp in Colorado. But again, wherever he goes, wherever he shows up representing the Sixers, he's going to have to answer some questions. He doesn't seem like he wants to, man. You know, he's not having his way. So, you know, the NBA warned him about trying to hold out. You know, don't play no games. You will show up. If not, you will get fined. So, day one, missing media day, that's a penalty, right? I mean, everything you're doing from off the court and when you get on the court, you know, is being looked at from other teams. What other teams wants to trade you? So then when they get you and you're not happy, this is the James Harden playbook at its finest right now. You know, absolutely disappointing in James Harden, man. Like I said, maybe he'll show up to that camp. But right now, it's not a good look. You know, you embarrass yourself talking in China about Daryl Morey. That's not how you handle business. You know, now you've made the whole world looks at you as a fool, you know, because some NBA business didn't get done, right? You weren't able to get traded. It happens all the time. Promises get broken all the time, and James Harden feels he's an exception. You know, everybody has to move heaven and earth to appease James Harden. NBA's tired of it. They came down on you, you know? Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about all this with James Harden not showing up. Will he show up to that training camp? And even so, will he be in shape? You know, the Sixers can't really trade him at this point. I'm sure they're trying to. But I mean, I also think the Sixers got a decent squad. Make it work. I don't know, man. Just my 2 cents. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.